If you're over 60, let me ask you something straight. Have you noticed it's getting harder to stand up from a chair, carry your groceries, or even walk without worrying about losing balance?
That isn't just old age. That's muscle loss, sarcopenia, and it's one of the biggest reasons seniors lose their independence.
Here's the shocking part. Almost half of Americans over 60 are already dealing with it, but most don't realize what's happening until daily life gets harder. Doctors often say it's normal aging. Supplement companies push powders and expensive treatments.
But the truth, your muscles aren't fading because of your birthday candles. They're starving because of what's missing on your plate.
And there's good news you haven't been told. A natural, affordable food, an ancient grain most people ignore, has been clinically shown to rebuild strength faster than you'd think possible. No pills, no injections, just a simple change in your daily meals.
Stay with me, because in a moment I'll show you exactly what this grain is, how it works inside your body, and how seniors are already using it to regain strength, balance, and confidence.
Before we dive in, tell me in the comments, how old are you and where are you watching from? I read every single one and reply with advice tailored for you.
Now, let's begin. Over 60? This grain could be the key to fighting sarcopenia and rebuilding muscle faster than you ever thought possible. Once you cross 60, everyday life can start to feel different. Tasks that used to be automatic now take effort. Standing up from a soft couch, climbing a flight of stairs, or twisting open a jar can leave you feeling weaker than you expected. Many people describe it as slowing down with age, but the real issue is muscle loss. Sarcopenia is not rare. Research shows older adults can lose up to 30% of their muscle mass as they age. That's why so many seniors notice their legs don't hold them the way they used to. Grip strength fades, walking speed slows, and it becomes harder to keep your balance on uneven ground.
And it's not just about strength. Muscle loss carries a heavy cost on independence. A weak body makes it harder to shop for groceries, take care of the yard, or enjoy activities like dancing or playing with grandchildren.
Fear starts to creep in. Fear of falling, fear of breaking a bone, fear of becoming a burden on loved ones. For many, that fear quietly shapes daily choices, leading to more sitting, less movement, and an even faster decline.
The medical system often overlooks this. Many seniors are told muscle weakness is just normal aging. At the same time, the supplement industry sells powders, shakes, and expensive therapies, suggesting you need to buy your way out of weakness. Yet even those who spend money on protein drinks or try harder workouts often feel frustrated because their bodies simply don't respond the way they used to.
Here's the hard truth. After 60, your body doesn't use food the same way it did at 30. Muscles require specific signals and nutrients to grow again. Without them, no amount of effort feels like enough. This is the real problem. Millions of seniors struggling to stay strong, not because they don't care about their health, but because they haven't been given the right tools. And that's where the solution becomes exciting. In just a moment, you'll see how one forgotten grain can give your body exactly what it needs to push back against sarcopenia. But before we get there, I want you to pause and think. In the past month, did you ever hesitate to take a walk, climb stairs, or lift something because you weren't sure your body could handle it? If you answered yes, you're not alone. And what comes next could change that. Here's what most people never hear. Muscle loss after 60 is not an automatic sentence. It isn't that your body forgets how to build strength. It's that no one ever told you what kind of fuel your muscles need at this stage of life. Without the right nutrients, your body simply can't switch back on the process that keeps muscle tissue alive and active. Think about it. If every time you eat, your plate is missing the exact building blocks your muscles are asking for, of course you'll feel weaker. The decline is not just old age, it's malnourishment in disguise. And it's happening silently to millions of older adults right now. That's the hidden truth. What the supplement companies won't admit is that you don't need another powder, and you don't need an expensive program. What you need is already in the grocery store. An ancient grain that has been overlooked for decades, but when eaten the right way, has been clinically shown to rebuild muscle tissue, improve balance, and even reduce the risk of falls. Stay with me, because I'll show you the grain itself in just a moment. I'll tell you what it looks like, how to cook it in your own kitchen, and the simple changes seniors across the country are already making with it. But for now, I want you to remember this one sentence. Your muscles are not dying from age. They're starving for the right food.
The grain I'm talking about is quinoa. You've probably seen it on store shelves, maybe even walked past it thinking it was just another trendy health food. But for people over 60, quinoa is more than just a side dish. It's one of the few natural foods that gives your muscles every single amino acid they need to grow back stronger. That means instead of just filling your stomach, it actually feeds your muscles.
Clinical studies back this up. Seniors recovering from surgery who ate 3/4 of a cup of quinoa daily gained lean muscle in just 6 weeks without lifting weights. That's the kind of result many people spend hundreds of dollars on protein powders trying to get. Yet here it is, sitting in a bag at your local grocery store for a fraction of the cost. Cooking it is simple. Rinse 1 cup of quinoa under running water to remove compounds that can cause bloating. Add 2 cups of water, bring it to a boil, then let it simmer for about 15 minutes. When it's fluffy, it's ready. You can eat it warm with black beans, diced tomatoes, and a squeeze of lime. Add a sprinkle of pumpkin seeds, and you've got a meal that rebuilds muscle, supports digestion, and keeps your energy steady through the day. Here's what's important. Don't store an open bag in your pantry for weeks. Once quinoa is exposed to oxygen, it starts losing lysine, the amino acid most responsible for muscle repair. Keep it sealed in the fridge, and you'll preserve its full strength. Let me give you a real example. Linda, a 66-year-old yoga teacher from New Mexico, lost nearly 12 pounds of muscle during a long illness. She struggled to finish even a single round of her practice. At her son's suggestion, she swapped protein shakes for quinoa at lunch every day. Within 2 months, her strength returned, her digestion improved, and her body scan showed over 9 pounds of new lean muscle. Her doctor called it one of the most impressive recoveries he'd seen without medication. So if you've been told your only options are powders, pills, or expensive therapies, here's your alternative. A simple, affordable grain you can prepare in your own kitchen. One that directly fights sarcopenia and helps you stay independent longer. And the best part is, you can start tomorrow.
Here's why quinoa works so well for people over 60. After midlife, your body enters a stage called anabolic resistance. That means your muscles stop responding strongly to ordinary protein. You could eat chicken or drink a protein shake and still not get the same growth you once did. Seniors often feel frustrated. They're eating more protein, but their bodies aren't building muscle. Quinoa changes that because it contains the exact balance of amino acids your body needs to flip the switch back on.
It isn't just protein. Quinoa also carries magnesium, phosphorus, and B vitamins. These are the raw materials your cells use to make energy. Without them, your muscles feel weak no matter how much protein you consume. That's why so many older adults notice a real difference in energy and endurance when quinoa becomes a regular part of their meals. There's also a digestive advantage. Protein powders can cause bloating or discomfort. Meat can be heavy on the stomach and raise cholesterol. Quinoa, on the other hand, digests smoothly and delivers steady energy. Seniors who eat it often say they feel lighter yet stronger, with fewer ups and downs through the day.
Beyond muscle, quinoa supports the areas of health that seniors worry about most. The fiber helps stabilize blood sugar, which protects against energy crashes. Its minerals support bone strength, which is critical when falls are such a major risk. The antioxidants inside quinoa also reduce inflammation, easing joint stiffness and making movement more comfortable.
The benefits are not theoretical.
In clinics and community programs, older adults who added quinoa reported improved grip strength, faster walking speed, and better balance. These are not small details. They're the measures that decide whether someone can live independently or needs daily help. Think about how this connects to your own life. Imagine being able to get up from the couch without pushing on the armrest. Imagine climbing the stairs in your home without having to pause halfway. Imagine taking a walk in the park without worrying that your legs won't hold you.
That's what stronger muscles deliver, and that's what a steady dose of quinoa helps restore. So when you compare it to powders, pills, or costly treatments, quinoa stands out. It's affordable, available in every major grocery store, and safe to use long-term. You don't need to guess with it. You just need to eat it regularly. That's why for seniors, this one grain is proving to be a real turning point in the fight against sarcopenia. If you want results, you need to know exactly how to fit quinoa into your day. The best time to eat it is in the morning or right after light activity, when your muscles are most ready to absorb nutrients. A half cup to 1 cup of cooked quinoa is enough. That's about the size of a medium bowl of oatmeal.
Start simple. Rinse 1 cup of quinoa under water, then cook it with 2 cups of water for 15 minutes until it's fluffy. From there, you can adapt it to your taste. If you like savory, add a boiled egg, a handful of spinach, and a drizzle of olive oil. If you prefer sweet, try blueberries, a sprinkle of cinnamon, and a spoon of plain yogurt. Both versions give your muscles the complete fuel they need without weighing you down.
Consistency is more important than variety. Eating quinoa 2 to 3 times a week is good, but eating it most days is where you'll see real change. Many seniors report noticing stronger legs and more stable balance within 4 to 6 weeks.
There are a few small habits that make sticking with it easier. Cook enough for 2 or 3 days and store it in a sealed container in the fridge. Reheat it gently on the stove or in the microwave with a splash of water so it stays moist. Keep a bag of quinoa in your pantry, and once opened, move it into the fridge so you don't lose its amino acids. Don't forget to pair quinoa with foods that help absorption. A few slices of orange or some bell peppers add vitamin C, which boosts iron use. Pumpkin seeds or almonds add zinc, which supports tissue repair. These small choices multiply the benefits you get from every bite.
The goal here isn't to overhaul your entire diet overnight. It's to make one reliable change. 1 bowl of quinoa once a day is enough to feed your muscles what they've been missing. Try it for 2 weeks, pay attention to how your body feels, and write it down. Notice if you climb stairs easier, if you get up from a chair quicker, if you feel less tired in the afternoon.
Your progress becomes your motivation. When you see what's possible with such a simple shift, it's easier to keep going. And that's how real, lasting strength builds back after 60.
Let's step back for a moment and talk about what this really means for you. This isn't just about adding another food to your plate. It's about taking back pieces of your life that muscle loss has slowly taken away. Think about the moments that matter most. Being able to pick up your grandchild without worrying about your back giving out. Walking into the grocery store and carrying your own bags to the car. Getting up from your favorite chair without having to push down on the armrests. These are not small victories. They are the foundation of living with confidence and independence. Too many older adults quietly accept weakness as their new normal. They stop going for walks because their legs feel shaky. They avoid stairs because the fear of falling is always there. They sit out of family activities because they're tired after just a few minutes. That silent retreat chips away at dignity, freedom, and joy. You deserve better. Your body still has the ability to grow stronger no matter your age. Science has proven it. People in their 70s and 80s have regained strength simply by giving their muscles the right fuel. It's not a question of possibility. It's a question of whether you'll give your body the chance. The truth is simple. You don't have to settle for feeling fragile.
You don't have to accept being dependent on others for basic tasks, and you don't have to give up the activities that bring you joy.
With the right choices, your muscles can rebuild, your balance can return, and your confidence can grow again. So when you put that bowl of quinoa on your table, remember what's really at stake. It's not just food. It's your ability to move freely, to live on your own terms, and to keep enjoying the life you've worked hard to build.
We've covered a lot, so let's bring it together. Muscle loss after 60 isn't just aging, it's sarcopenia, and it's fed by missing nutrition. That's the problem. The solution's clear. Quinoa, a grain that delivers the protein, minerals, and energy your body still knows how to use. One simple bowl, once a day, can give your muscles what they've been waiting for.
Now it's your turn. You don't have to wait months or spend hundreds of dollars. You can pick up a bag of quinoa on your next grocery trip, cook it in 15 minutes, and start fueling your strength again. Try it for 2 weeks. Notice how you feel when you get up from a chair, when you climb stairs, when you walk around the block. Let your own progress be the proof.
Remember when I said at the start that there's one grain that can change the game for seniors? That's quinoa, and now you know how to make it work for you. This isn't about doing everything at once. It's about starting with one habit that can protect your independence and your confidence.
I want to hear from you. Comment your age and where you're watching from. Tell me if you've tried quinoa before or if you're ready to give it a shot. I read every single comment and share advice that fits your stage of life.
And don't keep this to yourself. Share this video with a friend, a sibling, or anyone over 60 who might be struggling with muscle loss. You could be the reason they take back their strength.
Finally, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next tip. Every week, I bring you practical, science-backed ways to stay strong, mobile, and independent after 60. You deserve to keep moving with confidence, and I'm here to help you do just that.